Story time with Pirates and Parrots.
Good morning, everyone. I was recently walking my dog Liliana at our new dog park at Lake Myola, and I happened to look up and I saw a bird flying by. And as I looked, I saw it was a seagull. Now, sometimes seagulls do fly here in Kansas, but this one seemed to be circling. And it was circling and circling. And as I watched, I realized it was circling me. It circled lower and lower. Then I saw it look like it was carrying something, and it dropped the item in the water just in front of me, and it looked like a bottle. See? There was a broken branch nearby me, so I was able to fish the bottle out of the lake. And inside the bottle, I found this, a map. So there's not much detail on this map, but it says there seems to be it's about 30 miles north of here. Pirate Cove, and in the legend, the map says Pirates and Parrots, Kansas, Caribbean. And there's a note written in the corner. This bottle is filled with pirate spirits. If you dare to come, hoist the bottle to your eye like a spyglass and look to the horizon, Pirate Cove. If you come, come armed. That sounds like an adventure. Let's go. So where's my cutlass?
Ahoy, Miss Carrie. I see you got me message in the bottle. You can always count on seagulls to make a quick delivery. Sorry we'd be a bit late. I trust you had a thing or two to take gander at while you waited. There'll be many a stories in these pictures and swag we've collected over the years. But Captain reminded me that we'd not fed the ducks yet. And if you know ducks, quackers don't like waiting to be fed.
Quack, 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 quack.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
We didn't intend to leave you alone here.
Well, I wasn't really sure that we were alone.
How's that?
Well, while we were looking around, I kept feeling like someone was behind me. But when I looked, no one was there. It was almost like we were being led to what to look at next on your wall of pictures and all swag, as you put it. And then we saw
Cages? Those would be brigs.
Oh, excuse me, we saw the brigs. Both were open and both were empty, but we didn't see anyone, and we kept hearing music from all around us.
That be the ghost of Blackbeard. We share this cabin with Blackbeard. Him being a ghost, he don't take up much room. While Blackbeard lost his head some 300 years ago, somehow he's become quite the musician, playing me squeeze box, me Irish whistle, rainforest flutes.
So that's what we were hearing.
We heard down at the Root Beer Tavern that you were looking for stories of pirates to share with your young mates. so we sent you the invite.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
Welcome to Captain's Quarters for story time with Pirates and Parrots. Pirate and Parrot stories for picture book readers. Pirate and Parrot story for chapter book readers. And Pirate and Parrot stories of the seven seas and inland seas. If you be looking for stories of pirates and parrots, and you be looking for adventure, you come to the right crew. This be Captain Flint. Captain loves story times. You've heard of Captain Flint of Treasure Island. This be the parrot from that story. Captain sailed with the young Jim Hawkins and with that one-legged pirate, Long John Silver.
We have several copies of Treasure Island in our library, and looking at your copy there, I noticed that the parrot doesn't quite look like the one with you here.
What's that you say? Why, you be smart as paint. I could tell that the moment we came in. There be good reason for the difference, for the ruse. What may appear to be an open and closed book is often anything but. You often need to read between the lines. And how, you might wonder, did Captain Flint of Treasure Island come to be living here with us? Well, here in the Kansas Caribbean, our stockade be on Pirate Cove. That helps. But how Captain came to be living with us in this place and time? Well, we be needing to know each other a bit better first. Take a gander at this ship's bell. As you know, when you look at the opening of a bell, you expect it to be a circle. But this one no longer is. For Captain's story, let's just say for now that this partly melted bell and a ball of blue-green lightning be key parts to that story. Have a seat there, Captain. This be the spirited Anne Bonny. She be the spirit of the most famous lady pirate. And be having her own stories adventures, all wrapped around the other four names she be also known as. A Life of Stories. Take a gander at that bottom bookshelf. You being a librarian, I expect you recognize the publisher of that book and several books next to it.
Yeah, that was published by Little Golden Books. It's well known for its gold edge binding.
I expect you don't have very many golden books in your public library, but I'd wager my sea anchor that many of your young swabs have read more than one golden book. I'd wager they even have golden books on their own bookshelves. Now step up there. There be me old passports and that red log. With those, I voyaged where Christopher Columbus dreamed of, voyaging clear around the world. For me, what began as reading books such as golden books and countless other books have literally guided me like maps clean around the globe. Where do stories take us? Now come back down here. I didn't properly introduce myself. I be Capt'n Clifton Bencke. Me story in a nutshell begins with books like the Golden Books, and from a book I read about how to make a pirate ship like this. With these, I've sailed on many streams and creeks where I lived. When I was 9 years old, I went from water skiing to sailing my own boats. Today I've sailed the waters of Jean Lafitte, of Galveston Bay, Captain Kidd's waters of Gardner Island, Blackbeard's graveyard of the Atlantic, Gasparolla's waters of the Florida Fountain of Youth, just south of Treasure Island, and the crystal clear fjords of my Viking ancestors. Vikings on my mother's side. Another of me stories of pirate blood on my father's side. And captain and sailing master, having taught sailing to young and old for 40 years. To begin our adventure today, we'll be sitting here next to a very important chest. Now you've seen treasure chest is. This be a map chest. With these, we have maps and charts. This be where adventure begins. It holds all the maps and charts to finding an adventure. I was just about to show Captain my first saltwater sailing here. This be the chart of Sabine Lake and Port Arthur. From here I set sail from Port Arthur, sailed down the Sabine Channel, underneath the drawbridge, past the lighthouse, and down into the Gulf of Mexico. Soon we're sailing in Galveston Island, stopping at Redfish Island for a swim. Around Pelican Island, under the drawbridge. Yes, pelicans flying and swooping and scooping up fish. Past the sailing bark, the Alyssa, my daughter's namesake, Karen Alyssa. And out into the Gulf of Mexico, into the waters with the dolphins. Ah, the memories of all these voyages. These walls just be the beginning of many a tale, but that be for another time. I promised Captain Flint here I'd be reading him one of his favorite storybooks, Pirate Pete by Kim Kennedy and Doug Kennedy. Being one of his favorites, I'd be sure it'd be one of yours also. To help bring the story to life, we'd be bringing some swag that will be used along the story. Say, did you bring along your spyglass? Get your spyglass, or if you don't have one, you can roll up a piece of paper or pretend spyglass. After this story, we'll be showing you how you can make your own pirate ships. A story in a nutshell, or one from a milk carton. Captain, all you swabs, the stage is set. Keep a weather eye out. This be the story, Pirate Pete, by Kim Kennedy and Doug Kennedy. Gold put the twinkle in Pirate Pete's eye, the shine in his hook, and the sparkle in his smile. Why, he liked gold so much that he plundered every ship and shore in the 7 seas in search of the gleaming booty. When he heard that the Queen had discovered a treasure map, Pete had to have it. After all, he explained to his parrot, where there's gold, and where there's gold, I'm a-going. Treasure map. We need a treasure map. I happen to have a treasure map. And Bonnie, where did you go? I heard that. There we go. Nicely done. Pete journeyed to the Queen's castle, where he whispered a plan to his feathered companion. You sing her to sleep, and I'll steal the map. Aye, squawked the bird. He fluttered to the highest tower, where the Queen sat, gloating over the map. Softly the parrot sang her a lullaby. The dirty trick! The old high seas snoozeroo worked like a charm on the Queen. While her head bobbed like a man overboard. Captain, your head bob? Bob like a man overboard. Pete climbed the tower and snatched the map. By the time the Queen awoke, Pete was far out to sea. Out to sea. We need a pirate ship. I happen to have a pirate ship. Unfurl the map, he told his bird. There lies the goat, he declared, pointing to the bold black X. Aye, there's the X. To Mermaid Island we go. We must be swift, said the parrot. Her Majesty's fleet will be after us for sure. Pete spun the wheel east. There, Captain, spin the wheel east there. Nicely done. Pete spun the wheel east, and with a great gust of wind, the ship sailed off. Oh, we need a great gust of wind. Will all of you help us here? On the count of 3, give us a big strong blow on the pirate ship here. 1, 2, 3. And they sailed off. Fine sailing weather, said the parrot. Pete might have agreed. Aye, 'tis, but he had just spied an island up ahead. Do you have your spy glasses there? Get your spy glasses out. He checked his map. That be Candy Island. He growled, twisting up his nose. I thinks we should pay it a visit. We don't have time, said the parrot. We've got to get to Mermaid Island. Listen up, matey, said Pete. Where there's candy, there's gold, rotten teeth. And where there's rotten teeth, there's gold to fill 'em. And where there's gold, I'm a-going. We need an island. I happen to have an island. There's the deep blue sea. We need an island on our sea. Oh, here's a story. Last night, Lady Jackie baked up 24 cupcakes. This morning, she only has 22. I wonder what happened. For pirates. There'd be an island. With a good wind with them, they were soon upon its sugary shores. Sugary shores. We need sugary shores. I happen to have some sugary shores. Oh, say, sugar and salt kind of look alike, don't they? Is that sugar or salt? Let's find out. Good sugary shore. Avast, candy eaters, Pete ordered the islanders. Open up your mouths so I can see your gold teeth. Pete poked into every mouth of every licorice licking, taffy tugging, chocolate chomping soul on the island. But he had not reckoned on the toothbrushing. Pearly whites, he cursed. No gold, no gleaming booty. He snatched up some sweets and shoved off. I'll not veer off course again, he promised his parrot. To Mermaid Island we go. Snatched up some sweets here. Oh, that's good. Watch out for pirates. To Mermaid Island we go. Got your spyglass? Fine sailing weather, said the parrot. Pete might have agreed. Aye, 'tis. But he had just spied a spot of luck. Clover Island. That's not where we're headed, said the parrot. Listen up, matey, grumbled Pete. Where there's clover, there's leprechauns. And where there's leprechauns, there's pots of gold. And where there's gold, I'm a-going. There's the little elf, cried Pete. The ship creaked ashore. A genuine leprechaun sitting next to a pot of gold. Before the merry man could cock his hat, Pete seized the pot, scrambled to the ship, and shoved off. Irish stew, he hollered as he lifted the lid. No gold, no gleaming booty. He gnashed his teeth. Arrgh. I'll not veer off course again, said Pete. Next stop, Mermaid Island. Oh, look at that. Looks like the moon's come up. We need a moon. I happen to have a moon. And Bonnie, you're missing all fun. Fine sailing weather, yawned the bird. Pete might have agreed, aye 'tis, but he had just spied a soothing sight for tired eyes. Sleepy Island. That's not where we're headed, the parrot reminded him. Listen up, matey, Pete said. Where there's sleeping, there's a sandman. And where there's a sandman, there's magic gold dust. And where there's gold, I'm a-goin'. Pete sailed to the smoothing shores where the Sandman was tiptoeing from bed to bed. Pete grabbed the old man's bag and reached inside. Storybooks, Pete bellowed, waking the island. No gold, no gleaming booty. So he hooked the book and shoved off. I see he hooked treasure out in there. I hooked the book. Oh, I got a good book. Winking and blinking and nodding, sailing off in the wooden shoe. That's a perfect book. I'll not veer off course again, he said, pulling on his nightcap. Tomorrow morning, we make for Mermaid Island. Oh, looks like the moon went down. And the sun rose, and the ship sailed on. Fine sailing weather, said the bird. Pete might have agreed, aye 'tis, but he had just spied a smoldering sight, Dragon Island. He turned the ship toward the smoky peaks. That's not where we're headed, flapped the parrot. Listen up, matey, said Pete. Where there's dragons, there's lairs. And where there's lairs, there's gold. And where there's gold, I'm a-goin'. Ashore, Pete crept into the dragon's lair, where he found the giant lizard snoozing beside a golden egg. Between the snorts and snores, Pete sneaked the egg from its hazy nest, rolled it to his ship, and shoved off. A golden egg. We need a golden egg. I happen to have a golden egg. "'Tis a golden goose egg," guessed Pete. Suddenly the shiny shell cracked open. Out popped a baby dragon with a mouthful of flames. "That's no goose," cried Pete. "It's a fire-breathing lizard, and he set our sails ablaze. Abandon ship." Uh-oh. There's only two kinds of golden eggs. One golden egg is from the golden goose, and that's solid gold. This doesn't feel like it's solid gold. So I'm afeared that this might be a fire-breathing dragon egg. Well, if you've had anything around your house like mice or bugs or cockroaches, you don't want those around your house, do you? But you sure don't want a fire-breathing dragon around your house. So if this is a fire-breathing dragon, we need to get rid of it. There's only one way to do that. And that's like when you boil a chicken egg, but with a dragon you gotta use more flame. Now this is something you don't want to do at home here. But let's see, first let's make sure there's not a dragon inside. Okay, there's not a dragon inside, that's good. So it hasn't grown yet. But we need to get rid of it before it does grow. So there's only one way to get rid of it, is the inside be very flammable. Now, don't try this at home. Step back there, step back. Oh, we got rid of that dragon egg. I sure didn't want that flying around my skies. Abandon ship. While the baby dragon flew off with his mother, Pete and his parrot jumped into a rowboat. We need a rowboat. I happen to have a rowboat. And an island. And we need someone for a rowboat. The parrot watched in despair as a trusty ship sank beneath the waves with a simmering splash. Oh dear, the ship is sinking. We're done for, sobbed the parrot. Whales bake, shark snacks. Them's no sharks, said Pete. Them's be mermaids. We need a mermaid. I happen to have a mermaid. Mermaid Island. We've made it, cheered the parrot. We made it to Mermaid Island. Hand me the treasure map, Pete declared, crawling onto shore. There, yelling out paces and counting out steps, hobbling to the right and wobbling to the left, Pete finally called, "Here it is, X marks the spot." Pete began digging. I happen to have a shovel. Come on, Captain, dig. Then he struck something. "A treasure chest," he cried. With the clang of his cutlass, the lid flew open and revealed gleaming booty, the pirate's dream. Gold, Pete sang out. It was his pirate's dream come true. While Pete bathed in the glorious riches, a shadow fell across him. "The queen," squawked the parrot as guards gathered around. "We need a queen. I happen to have a queen. A royal queen robe. You gotta have a crown. I happen to have a crown from Mardi Gras." Look here, your majesty," said Pete, fumbling for a fib. "I got your treasure all dug up and waiting for you." But the queen would not be tricked this time. "Take the gold," she ordered her men, "but leave the pirate and his bird here alone." Then, as quickly as they'd come, the queen and her troops disappeared. "All that work and no gold, no gleaming booty," moaned the parrot. "What's worse, we're marooned." "Not to worry, mate." "Well, don't abandon us here." "Not to worry, matey," said Pete with a wink. "The queen may have taken our gold, but she forgot our boat." So Pete and his faithful companion set off again, this time for the sunset, where the ocean glistened like 1,000 coins of gold. After all, where there's gold, there's going. And that's the story of Pirate Pete. Now listen up, swabs. While some books be good for reading once, some books be good enough that you be wanting to have on your own bookshelf. I might recommend this one. This be a 3 spyglass book. One for Aunt Bonny, one for Captain Flint, one for me. And in buying this book, you were to get to see a story within a story. The story about who is Kim and Doug Kennedy. Oh, Captain, I see I didn't pick up all the coins there. Can you help me pick them up? Good boy. How about this one here? Good boy. Good job. Whoop. Want to get paid up in advance or what? Nicely done. How about these? Nicely done. What's the deal here? We need some help here. Huzzah! Nicely done, Captain. Miss Carrie, have any of your friends typed in any questions?
Well, let's see. I do have a question. When we first came in, I noticed the portrait, I think, of Queen Anne, but she's got a dagger stuck in her nose. I was wondering about that.
Yes, well, the dagger be mine, but I didn't stick it there. As I said, we also share this cabin with Blackbeard. And Blackbeard, he don't like Queen Anne very well. Cause you see, he served in the Navy for a Queen Anne, got into wars and lost a lot of his friends. So when he became a pirate, he got a pirate ship and he named the pirate ship Queen Anne's Revenge. Well, he doesn't have that anymore, but now every time we put this painting up here, he steals me dagger and throws it at her nose there. Will we be needing to head off on our project? Will we be needing to head off now? We have our projects on the cutwater. We'll be putting on a new bowsprit, taffrail, and brightwork to make her ship shape and ready to go. We hope you'll be building your own pirate ships and setting sail. It might be a bit scary when you set sail, but remember the words of John A. Shedd. A ship in harbor and safe, but that is not what ships are for. Now look into your bottle and look to the horizon for your own home waters. Arrgh!
Right, so we're going to post a link to Pirates and Parrots for their shipbuilding plans, along with how to earn the chance to get a quill pen from Captain Flint for one young captain, and for 5 other young captains on how to get 2 pirate coins. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you all again soon.
After this story, we'll be showing you how you can make your own pirate ships. A story in a nutshell, or one from a milk carton. The Pirate Shipyard, how to build pirate ships.